Employers continue to lay off workers as the economic recovery in this country weakens. The new unemployment claims are now at their highest level in some 9 months. That's 500,000 people applying for unemployment benefits, which just adds to the fears that the country could dip back into a recession. The California Supreme Court has now paved the way for more furloughs, at least temporarily. Starting tomorrow, 150,000 state workers will be taking forced time off without pay. Conan Nolan joins us with more on that. Conan.
Chuck, well, most of California's state bureaucracy will be taking an unpaid day off tomorrow and next Friday, with workers taking an additional floating holiday later this month. The furloughs are back on, constituting a 15% pay cut for state workers.
It was to have been a Hawaiian-themed lunch celebrating victories past while bolstering union members for the challenges ahead. But even with the festive hats, it was hard for some to be upbeat.
They are mad, employees are mad, and there's desperation, you know.
Furloughs for roughly 150,000 state workers will take place tomorrow and next Friday as well. The action by Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger was to save money while the state remains without a budget. The Service Employees International Union suit blocking the furloughs was overturned, at least temporarily, by the California Supreme Court.
In the most car-dependent place on earth, that folks are able to process their driver's licenses.
Be honest here. Your folks aren't saying, listen, I'm upset because I can't serve the people of California on Friday. They're saying my pay's getting cut.
The folks that I talk to every day love their jobs.
State offices from the DMV to Fish and Game and the Department of Public Health will be closed.
These people are already underpaid. And to top it all, cut their salaries by 15% is punishment to these people.
Today marked the 50th day without a state budget, held up by a disagreement in the legislature over how to close a $19 billion deficit. Democrats want a tax hike. Republicans say cuts only. State Controller John Chiang says if a deal isn't reached soon, expect a repeat of the last budget crisis when the state of California stopped printing checks for vendors and tax returns.
We keep a daily watch on the state's cash. Once we start issuing IOUs, it has an impact on our credit ratings. It's going to cost us. So I do not want to issue IOUs a moment earlier than I have to.
Are we looking end of October, end of September?
We're looking at 2 to 4 weeks.
Law enforcement is exempt, as are state workers who are paid with funds from the federal government or other sources independent of the general fund. These furloughs could save the state $130 million a month, which of course is a pittance if you look at the overall. So there might be some politics here, trying to get some leverage in order to get a budget agreement, get the Democrats on board.
Just quickly, are we close at all to getting a budget now?
Well, it depends on who you now. And what's disturbing is that there doesn't seem to be a sense of urgency on this. No, we're not. We're not that close. And we have no idea when it's going to be, quite frankly. They keep saying it's going to be soon, but don't hold your breath.
See some action.